Right, how are we doing everybody? Welcome to Russell Heritage Golf. Today I think I've probably stumbled across an old one but a great one, and I kind of got a funny feeling it's going to become one of my favourite drills. It's the pump drill. So those of you that don't really recall what the pump drill is, it's kind of where you do a rehearsal swing pre-hit, you pump it back and forth either 2 or 3 times and then go and hit the golf ball. There's a multitude of reasons why I like this. I liked it before, forgot about it. I like it a lot because I personally think that your transitioning towards the downswing is basically your sort of trigger of how to hit the golf ball. And what I tend to see with most amateur golfers as the problem is that the first move is more upward, right, instead of a rotary and more downward position. And the best analogy to picture this is like, imagine throwing a frisbee. If you're going to throw a frisbee, you would kind of step in towards the ground, your lead shoulder would go more down or more horizontal, then you would release the frisbee on the way through. You wouldn't kind of go immediately up because it would have an impact on how the frisbee would basically be delivered. So then it's all of a sudden really hard, and this is what I'm talking about again on the channel. I'm going to talk about this in as much more detail as we move forward. But it's like, okay, well, you can practice like changing the transition, which is what I spend most of my time doing, helping people online. But how do you then transfer a practice swing that you're doing at home into a practice swing that you're working on down the range? And I think this drill is massively going to help you out, right? The idea is pretty simple. I personally would suggest that you're trying to rehearsal left arm horizontal in the downswing. So wait, basically this position, but you're basically trying to do it with full levels of intent, right? So you're literally going to go 1, 2, 3, and then hit. Now, again, as a golf pro, you're going to make it look a lot easier than what it is. So you're going to have to break it down, okay? Some of you might have to start very much at the basics of the lower body. So it's like swing back. Then your step might be thinking more about weight pressure. That might be it. It might be rotation, pulling the left hip back. Once you can do that and you feel like you're coordinating that, then maybe put your hands together. Swing up towards the top. Again, what should you be feeling when you pause at this left arm horizontal position? Might be like a sense of this shoulder working more down and around in a rotational fashion. Then you might be ready to hold a golf club and do the same sort of drill. Swing back, pump, pump. What can you feel? It might be a hold of angulation of angles. But I seriously think this is going to be not the only way, but a really good way for you guys to have the confidence eventually to see these sort of swing changes come to fruition, so that when you go down the range, 1, 2, 3, you can start to try and change that trigger of that hit, and that will massively help you out. So you'll start to feel the difference between right and wrong. Talking about it recently, going to talk about it much more. Essentially, I've got quite a strong belief from previous experience that you want to train with speed. So in the past, you've heard me say, do things slowly. That's an option. But I also think that I am having more success with online lessons and other people where I'm trying to get them actually to swing quicker, change that reaction time, speed it up as much as you would do in a golf swing. Easier said than done. How do you feel something that is happening at like whatever, like hundreds of milliseconds? Do it 3 times. Yeah. So it's kind of 1, 2, 3. Hit it on the 3rd attempt. You can do it with irons, you can do it with driver, which I'm not going to do because I'm worried about hitting you guys. But it's a really good and useful drill. Definitely give it a go. Press that subscribe button. Why not press the little bell icon as well? That means you receive notifications every time a new video comes out. Catch up with you soon.